Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to have a look at V63 Zweihaender. This is a weapon that was added with the Skyline Valley update, and it is a reward from the new main quest line. Now here's what the weapon looks like. You can't even actually see all of it. It's so large that no matter how you move it around, you really can't see all of it because of some part of the description is showing. But there you go. It's really cool. It's got this fusion core sticking out of the bottom of it. It doesn't take, you don't put fusion cores in it. It's just a regular melee weapon. Now, this is the only way it comes. It is a reward from the main quest line, like I said before, and it already has the effects on it. You cannot re-roll it, but it is tradable. It's also not something that you can craft. So the effects on it are Executioners, which is 50% more damage when your target is below 40% health, does 40% more power attack damage, and you take 40% less damage while power attacking. Now you can see the damage there, 259 ballistic and 83 energy. That is without any food buffs. My food buffs on this character have worn out, so that is just with the weapon perk card. So that damage will go up quite a bit once I do the food buffs. And there is the damage with my food buffs applied. It's 429 ballistic, 160 energy, which as far as I can tell, that's more damage than any other melee weapon. So at least for my character. Also keep in mind that my character is playing as a full health melee character. So if you're playing low health with unyielding, adrenal reaction, those numbers should go up by a lot. And it is a two-handed weapon, so it does use the slugger perks. We're also adding a little bit more damage with bloody mess. And I do have hack and slash, but I will try to do the power attacks as much as possible. But if we do use VATS, we will get 50% chance to trigger that. I do have a full set of thorn armor for the little bit of extra bleed damage. I'm using Twisted Muscles, which gives extra melee damage, and I'm using Carnivore because the food buffs are meat-based foods. And we are using Deathclaw Wellington for extra strength and Tasty Yaguai Roast for extra melee damage. Again, I am playing solo on a private server, but if I was on a team and I was using Strange in Numbers, those buffs would go up by quite a bit as well. So the amount of damage you could get with this, if you're playing low health, you're playing on a team with Strange in Numbers, you should get a ton of damage out of this. But even playing solo as a full health character, I should still do pretty well. One more thing I want to show is the animation on this weapon is actually pretty cool. So if you swing it, the blade lights up. It gets all orange and red glowy just for a second. So that's a pretty cool, I think that's actually a pretty cool effect. I think they did a really nice job with the weapon, with the animation on it, with the appearance of it, and with the damage of it. So these robots should be no, so if we're running and we hit, that wasn't a power attack, that was. Robots tend to be pretty tanky, so let's just do some power attacks. Whoa, there we go, power attack on you. Problem with the power attack is it is quite the windup. This is a slow weapon, but you can see the damage on it is pretty good. But it is a slow weapon. I'm not sure. I would have chosen Executioners as the effect. I probably would have chosen, I don't know, something else, maybe just to keep maximizing the damage. I do think the power attack damage, though, that's kind of an interesting choice, especially for a slow weapon. Probably most people would choose swing speed, but if you get into the habit of power attacking, which I am not, I like to use VATS a lot, so, but, yeah, that's, maybe vampires would have been good, but if we're just doing power attacks every time, I think a power attack's gonna one-shot most things. There's some enemies down here. Yeah, if we just do the whole power attack thing, I know you can run up and swing, and that'll give you a power attack too, but, try to not miss is what I'm going for here. All right, let's see how we do get some good old super mutants. There's a couple right there. Let's see, this should be a power attack. I'm running and, whoops, there we go. Everything's dead. If you're running and you attack, it should be, if I can get to hack and slash to trigger. That didn't do anything. I guess I didn't hit. But, there we go. Hack and slash triggers, and you got a 3-for-1 situation to do a power attack on you, power attack on you. Power attack's pretty much a one-shot, so far anyway. Power attack seems to be pretty much a one-shot on anything. That's 1400 with that hit, so yeah, the damage could be quite large. Nothing right there. All right, up the stairs we go. If I could figure out the camera situation here. Power attack is just instant death for pretty much any normal enemy. At least so far, I have not had much of a chance. I've tried this very briefly at the end of a very long day yesterday. So this is kind of my first time really taking it out for a proper test drive. And I gotta say, so far, I'm very impressed with it. Out of AP, so I couldn't VATS it. Ooh, yeah. Out of AP, so I couldn't do a power attack either, but normal attack, just fine. Let's see how we do against, I would expect regular Mirelurks to be no problem. Oh, there we go. Regular Mirelurks should be no problem at all. My other kings, I'm kind of curious if we could find one. There's one. All right, power attack for you. Well, maybe. I got staggered, but wow, that's 2 hits and you're dead. Here's a level 75, right? Yes, level 75. That's, okay, interesting. Not 2 hits on that one. Had a little bit of health, though. I think the bleed damage would have finished him off. So we need to get her attention to... I definitely don't want to fight her in there if I can avoid it. Apparently, let's do this. Throw an explodey at her, see if that's just dynamite. Won't do much damage for her. Get her over here. Come on. Fight out of the water is what I am looking for. Kind of curious how we do against a big enemy like her. All right, that's... Oh, she's level 100, too. Yeah, 1,400 to hit. That's not bad damage at all. 1,300, and then... Is bleed damage enough to finish her off? It is close. Not bad, though. Really good performance. Blood Eagle. Yeah, I don't think a Blood Eagle is going to be much of an issue. Try and get the Scorched Beast's attention. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully doesn't get involved with something else that's been happening. No, up there. Wing, 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 wing. Okay, she's going to land. Gonna ignore the minions. Ooh, and this one's 1,300. Yeah, this thing is hitting for some pretty nice numbers, and then once it gets below the 40%, jeez, everything just goes down so quickly. If we get hack and slash and trigger, we'll kill lots of other things. Yeah, so far, there's not much that's been a challenge for this. I tried searching for a big old cryptid like a sheep squatch or blue devil, agua, something like that, and I was unable to find one. All right, let's see what we can do against another big enemy here. That's a weapon I wish we have. This is the one I want added to the game, is that the fire plug attached to the, whatever it is, just pulled out of the ground. That would be a fun one. So, I'll get staggered. Let's see if I can hit, wow, okay. And it should be 3 hits and it's dead, wow. Yeah, this thing just, yeah, it makes quick work of pretty much anything. And there you have it, V63 Zweihaender. I am very impressed with this weapon, even though the effects aren't necessarily the combination that I would choose. As it is, I still think it's fantastic. It's basically a one-shot on most enemies, and even the big stuff goes down with not that many hits. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.